Do you want to learn how to increase the traffic to your website? Perhaps you have an existing website and you need more traffic, or you've built a totally brand new one and you're looking for the way to start. Coming up next, I will be talking about 5 main ways that will help you get more exposure, more website visitors, which then eventually can turn into clients or customers for you. Hey guys, I'm Alex for Brilliant Digital, a web design agency based in Peterborough, where we build websites that bring results and help businesses grow. This is actually the start of a mini series where I'll be creating videos on how to generate more traffic to your website, how to generate more leads to your website, pretty much everything that you need to know about how to leverage your website to grow your online business. So let's just jump straight into it. Number 1 is SEO. SEO stands for search engine optimization, but what does that mean? Well, basically it means optimizing your website to rank higher in search engine. And one of the biggest search engines we know, it's Google. And you do want to be there. You do want to be on top of the results, because that's exactly where your target audience is hanging out. So if they have a problem, let's say you're a plumber, if they have a problem, most probably they're not gonna go on Yellow Pages or anything like that. They're gonna go on Google and type plumber in Peterborough. Now, if your website is there, you just got a new customer. If not, you lost one. That's the way you should look at it. So SEO in general, it is a very complex and complicated process. There is no easy way of explaining it. So this is actually one of the things that I will definitely suggest you outsource it to a professional. But there is something that you can do about it. Now, lately, Google has been putting more and more value, more importance on creating content, and even better, creating fresh content consistently. So here, this is where we're talking about a blog on your website. How will this help your business? Now, perhaps you've heard the phrase of content is the king, or content is the new SEO, and that's the reason, because Google looks at your website, you can see the fact that you're posting fresh content compared to your competitors, which are not doing anything, and of course it's going to rank you higher and higher. But also you're leveraging that content to get more exposure, to get more visitors to your website, and in the same time to nurture that beginning of the relationship. If I don't know, 10-20 years ago you were the only web designer in town and everyone was coming to you to create a website or something, things have changed. Now is the time when the competition is so high that you need to go out there and bring more visitors to your website, but at the same time you need to prove yourself that you know what you're doing and you can do a much better job than your competition. And that's exactly where blogging can help you. You can leverage blogging to target problems, to target pain points that your target audience can have. Write them in a piece of content. It doesn't have to be long. We're talking about let's say an average 500 words. And guess what? The fact that you are providing that content, you're positioning in the eyes of your audience as an expert. And next to it, you can easily have a button to upsell your products. Number 2, we're talking about YouTube. YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world, and funny enough, it's also owned by Google. So you do need to leverage YouTube as it is, as a search engine. So for once, yes, when you're creating videos, and again, we are talking about value videos, the same with blog posts, you're creating videos that can target specific pain points or problems that your target audience has, and you're offering them a solution, not necessarily to buy your product, but a solution that they can implement straight away. So again, they know that this works, and in their eyes you've positioned yourself as an expert. So similar with the blog post, they don't have to be long. We're not talking about half an hour videos. We're talking about smaller videos, about 3 to 5 minutes, that are easier to digest. And of course, because you're building all these videos, in each one of them, I definitely recommend having a call to action, an action for people to take. Perhaps you're offering a lead magnet, so this can be a free PDF in exchange of their contact details, but it can be anything. It can be perhaps a link to your contact page, or perhaps another article that's on your blog post. So you can just put that link into the description of the video, and that's pretty much is another link that goes back to your website. This is basically what we call backlinks. So again, this kind of helps with SEO, but I would definitely leverage YouTube as it is on its own platform, because like I said, YouTube itself, it's the second biggest search engine, so there are plenty of people who go there. It's just a matter of deciding which type of content to create. And the biggest tip I can give you here is make sure you create the content that people actually search for. You have to think in your business, what are the, again, I'm kind of giving you a hint, what are the pain points, what are the challenges, because most probably those are the keywords, those are the phrases. When I say keywords, I mean what is the phrase that someone is searching on Google or on YouTube. So try and use there are plenty of keyword research tools. One of them is Google Keyword Planner, which is free. You just need to sign up to an AdWords account. You don't have to start advertising, you just have to sign up in order to access it. So you can easily search for a couple of terms, which again will bring you more keywords that perhaps you weren't aware of. But the main important thing is to verify, right? Don't just take it, don't just think that you know what the customer is searching for. Do some keyword research, because you'll be surprised how many times people think that they know, but actually their customers are searching for totally something else. So once you figure out the secret formula of doing that research and creating the right type of content for your blog post, for your YouTube, that's going to bring you a huge amount of traffic, because you'll be pretty much creating content that people are searching for. I hope that makes sense. Number 3, this is where we're talking about social media. So good, you've created a piece of content, you've created a video. What are you gonna do about it? Posting it on your website, posting it on your YouTube channel, yes, it's good, it helps over time, but it's not a guaranteed result, and certainly does not happen overnight. So that's why every single time when you're posting content, and you should spend the same amount of time that you spend creating the content to promote it. And this is where we are talking about social media channels. So first of all, as a business, you should have a set of social media channels for your business: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It doesn't matter if your business, if you don't like using Twitter, all it matters is the fact that your target audience is on Twitter. And if they're on Twitter, if they're on Snapchat, you have to go and be there for them. Like I said, if 20 years ago you could afford to just sit back and wait for the customers to come back, that doesn't work anymore. Now you have to go and reach your target audience. So with social media, so the first thing you would need to do is just create, if you don't have already, create your social media channels. Once again, make sure they do link back to your website, and then post consistently. Post the content that you have, that you've just created, posted on your social media channels. And don't stop there, because when you're starting out, your pages, the followers that you have on Facebook and Twitter probably is going to be very, very low. And when you post something, you have to realize that you actually post, and only people, especially with Facebook, with Twitter might be different because you can use hashtags to reach to new people, but with Facebook, you're pretty much posting. If you're posting on the page, just to be clear, so if you're posting on the business page, you're only the people who liked your page that are going to see that. But instead, what I recommend doing it is definitely share that content. So yeah, we've talked about creating blog posts, we've talked about creating videos. Share those pieces of content on your personal page, share them on your business page, and also have a look around on Facebook, have a look at some groups. And this applies to LinkedIn as well. There are a lot of groups where your target audience hangs out, groups with thousands of people. Join those groups, and every single time when you have a new piece of content, share it. You don't have to make anything fancy. All you have to do is say, hey guys, look, I've just created this new content. Please click on the link below to check it out. Number 4, get involved in other communities. Get involved in forums. even those Facebook groups that I mentioned before, those are social communities. So in order to promote your content, in order to prove yourself, you need that initial contact. So you need to go out there and interact with people so you can pass the content that you just created. So a couple of good places for this are forums like Quora.com. There are plenty of people who are searching for questions. You can easily search for those questions and post your answer and post your solution. Like I said, if you remember when we talked about Google, people go on Google to search for a problem, and you are there, you've created a piece of content, you are there to provide a solution. So that's exactly how this works. Same with Facebook groups, same with LinkedIn. I understand you as a business owner, you might not have time to do this. You're busy, with meetings, employees, sales, customers, and so on. But guess what? You don't have to do all this. You can easily get your personal assistant to do all this. As long as the piece of content is created, your blogs, your videos, you can just put someone in charge to be active on all these different channels to promote your content. And the last one, number 5, of course, it's advertising. Now, with advertising, there are 2 that I recommend. One is Google AdWords, and this can work very, very well for local or kind of like service businesses, because people are actually searching for those terms like car mechanics, Peterborough, plumbers Peterborough, insurance brokers Peterborough, or perhaps something more specific. They're searching for car insurance or truck insurance. So you can bid for those keywords and show your website all the way at the top of the search results. Now, on the other hand, we have Facebook advertising. Facebook advertising can work really, really well. I have great success with it with some of my clients, but it's totally different, because with Facebook there is no search, as in like no one is searching. It's more about interrupting the people. So you have to realize, first of all, Facebook itself is not a place to sell. You can of course sell and get great results from it, but you cannot sell directly. What I mean by that, Facebook is a place where you should offer value, and this goes back to all the content that we've talked about, blogging and creating videos, articles, and so on. So Facebook is a great place to share those. Now, I did mention the social media point, the fact that when you're at the beginning and you share a piece of content on your page, you're not really reaching too many people, because you don't have a huge followers. So there are only a couple of ways for you to reach more people. One of them is to join a couple of groups that kind of like where your target audience hangs out, but the other way is to actually advertise. So when you use advertising, you reach more people based on the interests they have. You have to realize everyone is spending so much time on Facebook, liking, commenting, sharing stuff, and based on all those actions, Facebook is building all this interest. So if you want to target people who are interested in cars, you can do that. If you want to target people who have this behavior of a small business owner, you can also do that. Facebook knows all these things about us. So Facebook can be very, very powerful. So what I definitely suggest, don't just jump straight away to trying to advertise your services, because it's not going to work. Your clicks, cost per click is going to raise very, very quickly. It's going to be very, very high. Instead, use your valuable content to advertise, because first of all, that's going to be much, much cheaper. More people are going to interact with it, and because of that, Facebook likes to help to kind of like reward advertisers for good content. So they're gonna lower the cost per click, and they're gonna help you reach more of that kind of people. So Facebook advertising is definitely a great way to advertise and to push your content. Now, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying you shouldn't sell, but the sale process should happen on your website. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, please comment in the section below. And I'm Alex from Brilliant Digital, and I'll see you next time.